In this video, we're checking out the cello bow hand. This is a tough thing. The cello bow hand is hard to grasp at first. It really should be supernatural, but it just feels uncomfortable, and gravity is really not working with us, right? Because the bow is on the cello, and its natural tendency is to fall to the floor. Right? It's not like the violin violas where the bow sits on the violin and viola and like it can't fall through the violin, right? So for the cello, you want to take a super loose blobby hand, right? And your fingers are actually just going to blop onto the bow. It kind of just blops onto the bow. I'm holding my bow with my left hand, not touching the hair, but I'm just holding my bow. My fingers are kind of just hanging on the bow. Now, if anything, I'm going to tilt towards my first finger. So like I'm kind of leaning in towards the tip. Or I'm turning my hand sort of towards the tip. The thumb is going to go against, basically against the stick. Like on the side. It's bent, it's relaxed, it's not sticking through. It absolutely is not sticking through the stick. It's kind of against it, if anything, up in it a little bit, but basically just against the side. All right, and then these fingers lay over top. Okay, if anything, they tilt a little bit in. I move my camera a little bit here so you can see. Okay, you can see my hand is like basically laying over top. I could act each of these two fingers are kind of holding it in place, and the first finger and the pinky are balancing it. And when I pull, I'm opening up. So it starts shoulder, then it's elbow, then it's wrist. It's not just shoulder. If I just pull shoulder, you can see where the bow goes, right? We're thinking more movement in the elbow and in the wrist. Has to be flexible. It's hard to see in the camera, I know. But the wrist is opening and closing. And that's why a little bit of tilt kind of helps. If it's just flat, your wrist doesn't really bend this way naturally. We need to give it a little bit of somewhere to go. And you can see my bow's going parallel to the bridge. Okay? Still laying over, the thumb is still relaxed on the side. This takes a little getting used to. It's not easy at first. You got to practice making your thumb be curved and your fingers be relaxed and flexible. Okay? Make sure to focus on that when you're playing.